You've seen it, right? She ghosted your text weeks ago, left you on read. Yet, she's the first to watch every single one of your stories, even the boring ones. She's watching you, but she'll never reach out. What twisted game is this? And more importantly, why? If you're tired of the confusion, stick around. We're diving deep into the Stoic reasons behind this silent observation and how you can reclaim your peace. So, you've noticed it, haven't you? The paradox. She hasn't replied to your message in weeks, maybe even longer, left you on read. But somehow, like clockwork, she's one of the first to view every single one of your Instagram or Facebook stories. The mundane coffee shot, the deep quote, even that one where you're clearly having a good time with other people. She's watching, but she's silent. What gives? It's a confusing signal, and it can drive you crazy if you let it. You're left wondering, does she miss me? Does she want me back? Why won't she just say something? Let's be real, friend to friend. She's likely watching because she's not entirely over it. But she'll probably never reach out, or at least not in the way you hope, because for many, vulnerability feels far riskier than silence. Let's break down the why behind this behavior through a Stoic lens, so you can stop obsessing and start understanding. Reason number 1, she wants the upper hand, even in silence. This might sting, but in the world of modern dating, attention is a form of currency. By watching you without engaging, she maintains a sense of control. She doesn't necessarily want you back fully, but the thought of someone else having you, or you completely moving on, might be unsettling. So she lingers, a digital ghost on the periphery of your life. She gets just enough of a fix to feel like she still has some connection or influence, without having to risk rejection or expose her own feelings. You post something hinting you're moving on. She watches. You post something a bit sad. She takes note, perhaps seeing it as a sign the door is still open. But reaching out directly? That would be surrendering control, and for some, that's a harder pill to swallow than the silence itself. Reason number 2, her silence isn't always about you. Now, let's be fair. It's not always a calculated power move. Sometimes, her silence and observation are more about her internal battles than about you directly. She could be wrestling with regret, shame, confusion about her own actions. Maybe she feels she messed up, but doesn't know how to bridge the gap. So she watches from afar, a passive observer of the life you're now living, perhaps hoping the situation magically resolves itself. But here's where Stoicism comes in. Even if her reasons are rooted in her own struggles, does it, or should it, change your path? Stoicism isn't about becoming an expert decoder of everyone else's mixed signals. It's about mastering your own emotional responses and maintaining your inner peace regardless of external uncertainties. It's tempting to think, maybe she still cares deeply, but a more Stoic question is, what do I need to feel whole and focused, irrespective of her actions? Reason number 3, you became her mirror, and she's not ready for the reflection. Sometimes, the reason she pulled away, and now only watches, isn't because you were too little for her, but because, in some way, you were too much. Too honest, too present, too emotionally aware. You reflected something back to her about herself, or about the relationship, that she wasn't ready or willing to confront. It's like looking into a clear mirror and not liking the image staring back. It can be terrifying. So, instead of engaging with that reflection, she lurks, observing from the safety of distance, perhaps hoping to see signs that you've changed, regressed, or that the mirror is no longer so clear. That's her journey, her unfinished work, not yours to fix. Reason number 4, she's hoping you'll break first. Let's not sugarcoat this one. In some cases, it is a subtle game of emotional chicken. She's watching, waiting to see if you'll be the one to break the silence. Will you send that late-night text? Will you post a passive-aggressive quote clearly aimed at her? Will you publicly display your loneliness? She wants you to open the door, so she doesn't have to risk knocking. But you're not here to play those games. You're here to grow, to build a sense of peace and self-worth that isn't dependent on her validation. This is where Stoic emotional clarity shines. You're allowed to feel what you feel, even miss her. But you're not allowed to betray your own progress or self-respect just to ease her, or your own discomfort. Let her watch. Let her wonder. She'll either find the courage to communicate clearly, or she'll fade. Either way, you remain centered. So what's the most Stoic move you can make? Here's the liberating truth. You are not supposed to wait for her. You are not supposed to perform for your audience of one. You are supposed to outgrow the need for her to say or do anything at all. She's watching? Fine. Let her watch. But don't let her be the director of a movie she already walked out on. The most powerful Stoic action you can take is to live so fully, build so diligently, and move forward so boldly that her watching becomes utterly irrelevant to your state of being. Let your growth be your message. Let your peace be your response. Your focus shifts entirely from "why is she watching?" to "what am I building?" If, one day, she does reach out, and sometimes they do, you meet that approach not with bitterness or overeagerness, but with the calm peace of a man who is whole on his own. And from that place of power, you decide if her reentry aligns with the new, stronger story you're writing for yourself. Don't perform. Don't wait. Live. That's not coldness. That's Stoic growth. So, the next time you see her name pop up in your story views, but your inbox remains empty, remember this: her actions, or inactions, are often a reflection of her own internal world, her own fears, and her own desire for control, more than they are a clear signal for you to decipher. The Stoic path isn't about obsessing over why she's watching. It's about understanding it, accepting it, and then resolutely turning your focus back to what truly matters: your growth, your peace, your purpose. Let her watch. What she sees should be a man so engrossed in building his own life that her silent observation becomes nothing more than a faint echo in the distance. You are not a performer in her passive audience. You are the lead in your own epic. If you're ready to stop seeking external validation and start building that unshakable internal foundation, let me know. Type "my focus is my power" in the comments below. If this exploration of Stoic wisdom sheds some light on a confusing situation for you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more insights on mastering your mind and emotions, and ring that notification bell so you're always equipped with Stoic clarity. Your journey to inner peace is the only one that truly counts.